Aloha, Rich Alverson here. This is ITS388AL, and today I'm going to start going through some of these labs in Chapter 8. So let me share my screen. All right. In this first lab here, this just introduces us to the simulator, and we basically, type in our assembly language, or here, and this thing executes it, okay, and displays out the results. The results are going to be changing something in the register file, or changing something in memory. So for this task, we will be the assignment is to load the value of variable X from the memory location, and then save that value in variable Y. So, and we assume that the value of X is stored at memory location 4000, and the value of Y will be at memory location 4004. And registers T0 and T1 will contain these memory addresses. Okay, so if memory looks like this, in address 4000, we have whatever the variable X is, and in address 4004, we will store the value of X into Y. And in our registers, this program assumes that in register T0, we have the value 4000, which is the address of X, and in T1, we have the address 4004, which is the address of variable Y. All right, so let's just go through how we do it. We have to load up the registers with the values, and load up the memory with the values, and this goes and shows how we do that, and type in the assembly code here. So let's just go down to the bottom here, and we start by setting. Here's where we entered it. Okay, so we have to start by showing register T0. How do I do that? T0 like that. Oh, gotta be $sign T0. $sign T0. And then we're going to have a $sign T1. And in memory, we're going to have a memory 4000. And we're going to be looking at memory 4004. The reason they're 4 apart is because each of these memory locations is 4 bytes, and these are byte addresses. Let me make this bigger. All right, that's nice. Okay, so as we see up here, we have to start out with these values. Do we have a value? Do we put a value in case? I guess we put the value 10. I guess we do put the value 10 in that location 4000. No. Yeah, this is therefore. Anyway, so let's here we put 4000, and here we put 4004. And in memory location in memory location 4004, doesn't say what we put in there. Well, I'm just going to put 10. Anyway, and then we I think the simulator is going to put something in there. So then we type in our program, and the first instruction was load word into T2, into register T2 0, and later on to learn what that is, but that's actually offset. The address is stored in T0, so that's what this is. Go to the address that is stored in T0, add a 0 as an offset so it doesn't add anything, and get that value and store it in T2. So once we execute that, let's take a look at T2. I think it automatically does this, but so if we enter the simulation and we step through this, see there are 10. It actually, the first thing it does is it goes to the address here, which is 4,000, gets that value and stores it in T2. And so we basically saw it immediately. All right. And then we're supposed to store, exit the simulation. Then we're supposed to store the word that is in T2. We want to store that in offset $sign T1. Okay. $sign T1 contains 4,004. So it's going to take this value, put it here, and then the second instruction is going to take the value here and put it here. So if we enter the simulation and we step through it, there's the 10 there, and then we step again and the 10 goes over there. And we can start again. Okay, so and if we run it, it just does it. So we can submit this for grading, and very good. We got all the points. It tested it with other things. Okay, so let's go right on to lab 8.2 here. Okay, here we're given the mapping of registers to variables below. Okay, so we're going to use registers for to store the variables instead of memory locations in this. And basically, I guess we're going to take variable A and add it to B, add it to C, add it to B, and store that value to C. And this is the actual locations of those variables that we're going to use registers instead of memory locations. Okay, so we have to start out by initializing these variables. These are the read variables, and we don't need to put anything in T4. And so then we execute it, and it adds them all up, and T4 appears, and 7 is there because it's it's A plus B plus C minus D. So it's 2 plus 4 equals 6, plus 6 is 12, minus 5 equals 7. Okay. So what is the program? Well, let's see. Well, first of all, let's load these up. Let's look at $sign E0. And let's look at $sign E1. And look at $sign E2. $sign E3. And the result, and I think it will exist there automatically, but I'm just going to put $sign E4 so we can see that it starts out as something. It actually starts out at something random. But anyway, so and let's put something here. Let's put doesn't matter, 5, 8, this 13, 16, and let's subtract 7 from it. And we should end up with 9 here, yeah? 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 3 is 16, 7 is 9. Okay, so I'm just going to start adding the things into T4. This is now we write our program, and I'm going to start by putting the 5 into T4. So let me do this. Let me what's the instruction I'm going to use? Let's see. So I'm going to use the add instruction. Where can I see a summary of, see if I can see a summary of MIPS instructions? What is this one? Okay, look, here's a summary of MIPS instructions. And I guess I'm going to use the add. That's the first one there. Look at that. And this is the load word we were using. This is store word we were using. And by the way, this is an offset. But in this book, we're always going to have an offset of 0. So we're just basically looking at whatever is there. But anyway, we want to do the add. And so it looks like it's register. So 2 plus 3 equals 1. So I can just start out by saying add E4 plus 0 plus 1. And you can put a comment. E4 equals E0 plus T1. That's a comment, so I know what's going on. And then, so right now we have 13 in T4. In fact, we can confirm that. See, there we go, 13. And then we're going to add T2. So let's do add into T4, E4, E2. Yeah. Okay, and that is basically E4 plus equals T4, bring it to T2, and starting it back at a T4. So expense with dollar signs. Okay, and then the last thing we have to do is we have to subtract 7. Oh, let's step through this, see what it looks like. See, now it's 8 plus 5 is 13. That's, we've executed line 3, step 1 more, and that adds the 3. Now it's 16. Okay, exit the simulation. The last line would be subtracting. Is there a subtract instruction? God, there is. Sub equals, okay, so sub E4 equals E4 comma minus T3. Okay, so that, and that's the same as E4 minus equals 3. All right, so let's enter this simulation. And step 1, we get 13 there because that's 5 plus 8. Step 2, we add this 3. Step 3, we subtract the 7. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's submit for grading. All right. Okay, so that's 8.1, 8.2. I'm going to stop this and start over with a new video. Thanks for watching.